This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. Lately, we've been focused mostly on Throne of Eldraine in Standard, but today, we are playing our first Throne of Eldraine Modern deck, and you probably remember this one from an instant deck tech, one of our Fishbowl Thursday instant deck techs, like a week ago, and that is Irencrag Dragonstorm, basically looking to use the massive amount of mana from Irencrag feat to ramp into Dragonstorm, hopefully play a bunch of game-winning dragons from our deck for free, thanks to Dragonstorm tutoring them out. So that is our goal for today, and like usual, gonna do a quick, kind of 2-minute refresher deck tech, talk about the one update I made to the deck, jump into the gameplay, see how Irencrag Dragonstorm actually works in Modern. Before we do, a super quick reminder, if you haven't already, it would be spectacular of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Irencrag Dragonstorm, starting with Irencrag feat. This is the card that kind of makes the deck work. Basically, it's a ritual that adds +3 mana, from 4 mana up to 7 mana. The only downside is we can only cast one extra card after we Irencrag feat. So that kind of limits its potential. You can't really play in a traditional Storm deck, but we have ways around that. So with Irencrag feat, along with our new addition, Lotus Bloom, the idea of this deck is to get up to 9 mana for Dragonstorm as quickly as possible. Dragonstorm, it's a million mana, it's 9 mana, but it allows us to tutor for a dragon, put it directly on the battlefield, and it has Storm, so if we can maybe like have a Lotus Bloom come off suspend, cast a ritual or two, cast Irencrag feat, Dragonstorm, we're going to be getting like 3, 4, 5 dragons directly on the battlefield, and we have combinations of dragons that just win the game immediately. Lotus Bloom, I mentioned, new addition to the deck in the deck tech version of Irencrag Dragonstorm. It was playing Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide, it is +1 mana, but I don't really like it that much because it doesn't up our storm count, and I don't know, it's only +1 mana, we don't really need the body in any sense. Lotus Bloom gives us a nice backup to Irencrag feat. If we don't have Irencrag feat, we can suspend Lotus Bloom on turn 1, hopefully have it come down 3 turns later, and then that plus maybe a ritual or two making our land drops can get us up to the Dragonstorm mana. So it kind of gives us a backup Irencrag feat, not as explosive. Still, our best draws are when we just go like land, ritual, Irencrag feat, Dragonstorm. Those are the most explosive draws, but Lotus Bloom does help as a backup plan. Speaking of rituals, to go along with Irencrag feat, Lotus Bloom, we have Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, up our storm count, help us get to 9 mana for Dragonstorm. Pented Prism either comes down on turn 2 to ramp us. Turn 2 Pented Prism gets us up to 5 mana on turn 3, which means 1 ritual plus Irencrag feat gets us up to Dragonstorm mana. On the other hand, we can just use it as a free spell as well. If we already have enough mana, we can cast it with 2 counters, remove those counters, we get the mana back we spent on it just to up our storm count for our Dragonstorm. As far as actually winning the game, Dragonstorm is our main plan. Grozov, it looks weird, but it lets us find Dragonstorm by transmuting. Dragon-wise, we have a few different options. Option 1, Dragonlord Ramoka comes down, makes it so our opponent can't interact with our spells. If our opponent has mana up, worried about Path to Exile or Cryptic Command tapping our team, this is usually Dragon number 1, just so our opponent can't interact. Then we have some hasty dragons. Karthus, Dragonlord Kolaghan give all of our other dragons haste, so those come down, give our team haste, let us get in for a ton of damage. Thundermaw Hellkite also has haste, also taps down any flyers our opponent has, so if we're worried about like Lingering Souls, Spirits blocking our dragons, that gets them out of the way. Atarka World Render, really nice if we don't have a high storm count, because it gives our other dragons double strike whenever they attack, and it's a 6/4 flying trample. If we only have like storm count of 2, Atarka plus one of our haste dragons still amounts to 20 damage or more in the air if our opponent doesn't have a blocker. Morgan Hellkite can be cast to like kill creatures, but mostly just throws damage at our opponent's face, come down, attack our opponent. So that's the dragon kill plan. Otherwise, Serum Vision, Sleight of Hands help us set things up, fire our Irencrag feat, find our Dragonstorm. Then we have the mana base, a bunch of dual lands, including Fiery Islet, which lets us draw a card if we need to. Gemstone Caverns, a ritual of sorts if we are on the draw, coming into play for free before the game starts. Some basics. In the sideboard, Anger of the Gods to deal with our opponent's board, Surgical for kind of combo decks, graveyard-based decks, and then a bunch of ways to protect our combo. Leyline of Sanctity, so we don't get hit by Thought Seizes to take our main combo pieces. Shattering Spree can get rid of things like Damping Sphere that would ruin our combo, maybe an Ensnaring Bridge that could ruin our combo. Pact of Negation as a catch-all counterspell. Yes, we're probably going to die in our upkeep, but if we win right away, it doesn't matter. And that is Irencrag Dragonstorm for Modern, and that's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So let's get to the gameplay, see if Irencrag Feet is a card that can make Dragonstorm finally playable in the Modern format. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a bit with the wrap-up. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are looking to Dragonstorm off. Ooh, all right. I mean, this hand is good. We have Irencrag Feet. All we need is a Dragonstorm, really. We will keep this. We get to start with an extra mana into Prism. I mean, this can be a pretty fast Dragonstorm, assuming we can find it. So, Gemstone Caverns comes into play. Exiles Gemstone Mine. Blast Zone. Expedition map. Alright, so Eldrazi-tron, probably. Grazoth. Alright. Spire Bluff Canal. Prism, although a bit of concern about Karn shutting it down. Grazoth is an oddly effective draw. That lets us tutor up Dragonstorm. Seagate Wreckage. Chalice on 1, so that shuts down Serum Visions. We draw Dramoka. Well, blue, transmute. Get a Dragonstorm. So we're what, 1 mana short? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 1 more mana. 1 more mana. Ritual preferred. And we also need our opponent to not go Eldrazi Temple, Thought Not Seer, take your Dragonstorm. That would also be bad. Opponent, okay, passing, come on. Ritual. That's a ritual. Whoo! Turn 3 kill against Eldrazi-tron. So, we will Pyretic Ritual. Add some mana. We will Irencrag Feet, add more mana. We will remove these counters. Dragonstorm, 3 dragons incoming. Dragon 1 is Karthus. Dragon 2 is Kolaghan. Dragon 3 is Double Strike Atarka, combat. And, I mean, even if they can kill a haste dragon, that's still 20 down. Oh my goodness. Whoo! Okay. Turn 3 on the draw. Whoo! That was a thing of beauty. Alrighty then. That was good. I mean, I think our main plan in this matchup is to race. I don't know if we can sideboard much. Leyline is good against Surgical. That's about it. Shattering Spree. Karn is a concern. Karn shutting down artifact mana is something we're a little worried about. Wow, Grazoth actually came through that game. We probably would not have had Dragonstorm if we could not have Grazoth. That's the power of Irencrag. I mean, that's what Irencrag Feet adds to this deck, basically. You can't really get turn 3 kills with Dragonstorm before Irencrag, at least with any amount of consistency. With Irencrag, it becomes a lot easier. As you saw, we had 1 Ritual, a Gemstone Cavern, Irencrag, and Dragonstorm, and that was, well, I guess we had Pentad Prism too. But a couple of Rituals, and you're good to go. Shattering Spree, I guess that's we probably got to bring in Shattering Spree. Damping Spheres could be coming in. Let's go down 1 Lotus Bloom, because it's bad against Karn. 1 Pentad Prism, 1 Sleight of Hand. I think we got a Shattering Spree. The more I think about it, we can't let ourselves just get wrecked by an artifact from the sideboard that our opponent can tutor up with Karn, like Damping Sphere. Well, we got mana. We don't have I mean, I think we keep this. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep. Worried about Karn, but still. There's the Urza's Mine and the Expedition maps. Opponent gonna get Tron pretty quickly this game by the looks. Opponent passes. Ooh. Alright. Spire Bluff. Kill them. I think we gotta just kill the map. Lotus Bloom. Try to keep our opponent off Tron. Well, we'll see. Still need to find... Oh boy, they would have had Tron for sure. They might still just have it naturally. Lotus Bloom taken down. Still need to find our Dragonstorm. Serum Visions. Do we want to keep these? So next turn, let's think about this. We'll have 3 mana. Ritual, 4 mana. It's still slow. We're still 1 mana short. Ritual up to 4. 5. I guess we'll keep one. Keep one ritual, play the mountain, pass the turn. Hope we don't get... I mean, we should have the win when this Lotus Bloom comes down. Oh no, they have Natural Tron. Well, that makes things very bad. Matter Reshaper. Okay. Yeah, we're probably... Well, that's unfortunate. No wonder our opponent kept this hand. They just had the Eldrazi Tron Dream. Takes Irencrag feet. Interesting. I assume this means they either have more Thought Knots or they have Karn. Well, land go. I mean, we have the win next turn if our opponent has nothing. We'll see. Opponent, combat. Gets in. Hits us. Sure. Down to 13. Come on, nothing. Nothing threatening. Eldrazi Temple. Even more mana. Ugin. I don't think that beats us. Wait, are we going to win this? Okay. Chalice on 0. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lotus Bloom takes down. I think we got him. I think we got him. Opponent had a great draw, but our draw even better. We play Gemstone Mine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We left. Oh my goodness. I'm glad we left that ritual on top. Crack Lotus Bloom. Desperate Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Dragonstorm. Exactly enough mana. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Taking down Eldrazi Tron. 4 dragons. Incoming. Dragon number 1. We will take Dramoka, so our opponent can't do anything. Dragon number 2. We will take Hasty Colligan. Dragon number 3. We will take... Doesn't even matter. Atarka. Dragon number 4. We will take Colligan. We will go to combat. Opponent can't interact. And... Oh my goodness. That was incredibly impressive. Through a Thought Knot, through turn 3 Tron, getting the job done with Dragonstorm. Whoa. Okay. Well, we just went pound for pound. Like, that is about as good as Eldrazi. I mean, I guess they didn't have like a Chalice or something, but turn 3 Natural Tron into Thought Knot Seer and to take away our Irencrag feat, and we still got the win. I wonder if our opponent should have taken... I mean, in hindsight, they definitely should have taken Dragonstorm. That might have been a bit of a punt by our opponent to not take Dragonstorm. But with them looking at our hand, without Irencrag feat, you're not seeing how we get to the mana very easily, but wow. All right. Impressive. Very impressive for the Dragonstorm. Sweet, sweet. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are trying to Dragonstorm fools with Irencrag feat in Modern. And, we'll see. Hopefully it's not blue-white control. This hand is pretty questionable. I guess maybe we have Gemstone Cavern. We don't have any rituals. You know what? I think we actually keep this. We keep this, and maybe we could just hardcast Dramoka on, like, turn 3 and win. I mean, that's not the Dragonstorm plan, but we can, like, Gemstone Caverns, exile Karthus. We have another Haste Dragon. Turn 1 Pentad Prism. Get us up to 5 mana, then we're just 1 mana away from just, like, casting Dramoka and seeing what happens. That seems like a plan. I mean, I don't know if it's a good plan, but that is a plan. And we do have Dragonstorm in case we just, like, draw into rituals and Irencrag feat. Opponent, Windswept Teeth. Yeah, we were hoping it would be a non-Path matchup. Path is a little sketchier. Well, we are definitely running out Pentad Prism. I mean, I guess the other thing is we can just try to use Sleight of Hand, assemble some rituals, and go from there. Because we do have Dragonstorm. I mean, our mana development's going good. We're going to be on 5 mana on turn 2. Opponent cracks Windswept Teeth. I was kind of hoping it would be a non-white matchup. Against other decks, Dragon Roller Dramoka really likely to stick. Against... That was a odd timing of that fetch. Over on 2. Tapped. Opponent. Passing. Ooh, Irencrag feat. That's very... Wait. That's very interesting. That puts us very close. Alright. Sleight of Hand. Ritual. Alright, take a ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, play the land. I mean, I guess next turn we can go for it. 1, 2... Right? We have 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana, 9 mana. All right, we'll see. We'll see if our opponent doesn't have something. We get to... Wow. This actually developed into pretty much exactly like what we're hoping for, unless we get Thought Seized or something. Opponent, 3 mana. Kitchen Figs. Okay. That is fine. That's not what we're worried about. Alrighty then. We're going to see Irencrag feat actually do its thing, I think. Another ritual for even more fun? Lotus Bloom. Alright, so let's think about this. 1, 2, Desperate Ritual. 1 Irencrag Feet. 1, 2 Dragonstorm. 3 dragons. Dragon 1. Dragon 1, we will get a Dragon Lord Kolaghan. Dragon 2, we will get a Tarka. Dragon 3, we will get Bogard and Hellkite. And that should be a lot of damages. Nice kitchen fix. I think we're going slightly on top of what our opponent's doing. Just a bit. Just a tiny bit. Combat. We will attack. Our dragons all gain double strike, and this should be a pretty Dragonstormy amount of damage. What are we looking at? 12? Yeah, I think 30 something here on turn number 3. Oh, yes, that's what this deck can do. That is an example of what the deck can do. So we can see the raw power. Like, the raw power is there. That's turn 3 Dragonstorm kill. Turn 3. That's a pretty good speed for the modern format. Huh. All right. Well, that worked out beautifully. What is our opponent doing? What do we want to do? We've seen Abzan stuff. That makes me concerned about discard primarily. Does that mean we should be trying to bring in Leyline of Sanctities, even though they're pretty clunky, to protect our hand from discard? The other option, I think we bring in Leylines. I think that's our main goal. Bring in Leyline, go down. The question is always, what can we cut? Like, every cut is pretty painful. Let's go down this Grozov. I'm not sold on Grozov. We still need to cut 3 more cards. Maybe 1 Lotus Bloom. Can we cut any dragons? They could have Lingering Souls. They are Abzan. So having Thundermaw seems important. If we cut... we keep drawing a Haste Dragon, so I feel like we need to have 2, so 1's still in our deck. I guess it's just, as painful as it sounds, a couple Sleight of Hands. Alright, Leyline of Sanctity's in, I guess. We'll see. Maybe we end up regretting it. Ritual, Dragonstorm, Thundermaw, Hellkite. Alright, I mean, I guess we keep this. We don't have a Leyline, and now we'll probably draw them, but... Verdant Catacombs. Phone it. Passing. I mean, if we draw Irencrag Feet, we can win on turn 4 with this hand. Not nearly as explosive as the last one, but... Opponent gets a Temple Garden. We'll see. Once we see more of our opponent's deck, maybe we should be bringing in Anger of the Gods instead of Leylines. We'll see if we get Thoughtseize at all. It could be like just a creature-y combo deck. Kitchen Finks, you don't see too many people playing it fairly anymore. It's usually part of a combo. Overgrown 2. Untap down to 16. I guess if we get desperate, we can Ritual out Thundermaw. Just go beats. Okay. So we should not be worried about discard. We should be worried about opponent making infinite mana. So Anger of the Gods coming in over Leylines. I mean, they might have a little bit of discard, but this is a far bigger concern. Our opponent going infinite. Peatland for our opponent. Well, come on, Irencrag Feet. That's the card we need here. Opponent. Ooh. Oh, dear. Well, okay. That's bad. There goes our Dragonstorm. Now I guess we are running out Thundermaw. And hoping. Wow, takes a Ritual. Okay, interesting. Maybe that means our opponent's planning on going infinite here pretty quickly. Gets it and hits us down to 18. Shivan Reef. Go. Losing the Ritual does hurt. That does mean Irencrag Feet is not enough mana for Dragonstorm this turn. We're 1 short without the second Ritual. I guess we could still just run out Thundermaw with the Ritual and forget about Dragonstorm for the time being. That might be right. Our opponent's going to assemble something that goes infinite here before long. Opponent. Trying to figure out what they're casting here. Oh, God almighty. Alright, Tidehollow Sculler. Opponent is just stripping our hand of anything useful. Definitely want Anger of the Gods now that we see what our opponent's doing. I guess we're lucky that our opponent hasn't comboed yet. Well, I think our best hope is still to draw Irencrag Feet and just wait 1 more turn. Gemstone Mine. Go. Alright. Well, we'll see what our opponent does. I mean, if they go infinite, things are infinitely bad. Like we're just dead. Land for our opponent. And... opponent. Oh, sweet mother of mercy. Oh, God. Oh, we're so done. Okay, I think that actually just... Holy hate cards. Alright, well, yeah, that does it. There's no way. Do we draw Irencrag Feet? I'd be so sad. Desperate Ritual, yeah. We don't actually even have a way to get Eidolon off the battlefield.
Huh, that's a smidge of a concern. Well, go down ley lines, anger, 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 leaving a sleight of hand. Yeah, run it like that. Okay. I mean, anger does seem helpful at least. Opponent's playing a lot of cheap creatures that can be angered. We do not in our deck have a way to deal with Eidolon. It's not a super playable, like super popular card, so it might not be worth worrying about, but it is an issue for sure. The combination of just so many hate cards is rough. Like, Leyline would still be fine, but there's no way. I think we need anger more than we need Leyline. And we can't just play, like, one Leyline, especially in this deck, that can't really cast it reliably. Opponent. Figuring out their sideboard plans. Alright, we are on the play. Well, alright. We have Serum Visions to set things up. We have one ritual. We have our Dragonstorm. I mean, I think this is definitely a keep. Although we do need multiple pieces to actually win. Opponent's going to 6. Well, Islet and Serum Visions. Ooh, Lotus Bloom. Cavern's bottom. Do we even want this ritual now? Ritual bottom. Lotus Bloom suspended. Alright. Well, decent chance if we live until Lotus Bloom comes down without getting hated out, we could win. That's our hope anyway. Plains for our opponent and Giver of Runes. Okay, that's not too much of a concern. Lotus Bloom taken down. Dramoka. That's not something we really wanted to draw. Serum Visions. Bottom. Top. Ugh! No hate cards. No hate cards. No hate cards, please. Bone it. Forest. And Vizier. Okay. And passes. Lotus Bloom taking down. Well, Shivan Reef. Well, we'll see. This is the turn. This is the turn. We got the Dragonstorm in hand. We got the mana coming next turn. In theory, what does our opponent have? No discard, no Eidolon. No discard, no Eidolon. Opponent draws for the turn. Black mana. That's not great for us. Taps black mana. Carrion Feeder. Okay. Devoted Druid. Okay. Well, all right. Opponent's tapped out. I think we're going to get him. Opponent. Well, we're going to go Dragonstorming. Opponent passes. All right. Please don't draw a dragon. Please don't draw a dragon. Lotus Bloom coming down. And this should be a good turn. I think we got there just barely. Cast Lotus Bloom. Spell number 1. Draw Gemstone Mine. So play a mountain. Cast Desperate Ritual. Spell number 2. Cast Irencrag Feet. Spell number 3. Sack this. Dragonstorm. Spell number 4. And here comes the dragons, and oh, we're seeing the power of the deck. Overcoming Vizier Druid combo. Dragonstorm, number 1. We will get a Karthus. Yes, Hasty Dragons. Dragonstorm number 2. We will take a Atarka. 3. We will take a Kolaghan. 4. We will take a Bogarden Hellkite. Damage to the face. Everything's hasty. Go to combat. Nothing can block flyers anyway. Plus, we have a Tarka for double strike. And I think that does it. Wow. We got there. We got there. Gets in with the team. Everything double striking. And, all right. I mean, we got wrecked at game 2. But in between, we had a turn 3 kill and a turn 4 kill. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's definitely not bad at all for Dragonstorm. And the kills are really sweet when they happen. Ooh, the dragons. Oh, man. Well, when it's good, it's really good. I mean, the deck certainly has power. It has power. Irencrag Feet gives it fast kills. Consistency can still be a bit of an issue. But really, I mean, when it's good, it's really good, and it's really funny, and it's really fun. Like, that's the upside of it, is when it works, it is spectacular. And I think that's part of what makes a good Much Abrew deck. Like, sure, there's some bad games in between, but boy, the good games are pretty sweet. Turn 3 and turn 4 in the same match. We'll take it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Much Abrew About Nothing time. We are playing Irencrag Dragonstorm, and oh boy. Well, I mean, we're going to keep this. This hand is actually absurd. Suspend Lotus Bloom, play an island, play Serum Visions. Lotus Bloom bottom, Ritual bottom. Pass the turn. I mean, we have the Lotus Bloom come off suspend kill if we live that long with nothing going wrong. Chivalry for our opponent. Passes. Well, take down our Lotus Blooms. Ooh, our opponent might also be storming. We might just get outstormed here. Sleight of hand. Take Serum Visions. Chivalry. Serum Visions. Bottom, top. All right, we'll see. Pass the turn. I mean, can our opponent kill us before these Lotus Blooms come off suspend? That is the entire question. Island for our opponent. Brawl. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We need one more turn. Lotus Bloom's ticking down. Well, Islet, go. We have the turn 4 kill. Is it fast enough? Opponent untaps with Brawl, unfortunately. Are we dead? Islet. Come on. No death. Man, we have such a sweet hand if we live. Electromancer, okay. Opponent, getting in? Not getting in. Getting in. Alright, well, come on, Lotus Blooms. Come on down. We need you. Down to 18. Opponent passes. Here comes our Lotus Blooms. Oh, we might have messed up by not keeping another land, actually. We'll see. Lotus Bloom, cast. Lotus Bloom, cast. Well, alright. Yeah? I mean, we're not going to try to cast the Rituals. I think it's too risky. Instead, we will cast one of our 3 Dragonstorms. And, do we get you, Storm? Did we get ya? Dragonstorm 1. Alright, definitely taking Dramoka, so our opponent can't do anything. Dragonstorm 2. Oh my goodness, we just outstormed Storm. Karthus. 3. Double strike Atarka. And that should do it. Combat. Attack. And, sorry, Storm. Oh boy, outstorming the Storm deck. I feel a little fortunate, honestly. I feel like normally normal Storm will race us, but yeah, that's close to 40 points of damage there. We'll take it. What do we have that interacts with Storm? Not a ton, honestly. We could bring in Leyline. That kind of helps. We could bring in Anger. That also, like, kind of helps. Pact to Negation. Ugh, boy, this is super tough. I feel like we just got to race, but I don't know what the odds are of us actually racing the Storm deck. Leyline can slow down our opponent's kill, but I don't know if that's worth it. Pact to Negation seems like it mostly will kill us. Surgical may be helpful. Anger does get rid of the Brawls. That might be necessary. Like, let's see, they play Brawl. We untap. We're still short of, Alright, we're going to bring in Pact to Negations. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but we're going to do it. Bring in the 3 packs. If we were on the play, we might bring in Anger of the Gods, but wow. 0 lands, all the Rituals. We are on the draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 mana. 7, 8. Boy, I wish we had a land. Yeah, let's mulligan. Alright. Well, we got Irencrag feats. Yeah, we'll keep. We will put a... Put an Irencrag to the bottom. Gemstone Caverns. Exile... Sleight of hand, I guess. Alright, down to 4 cards. Opponent, Spire Bluff. Passes. Well, suspend Lotus Bloom. Serum Visions. Bottom. Play the land. Serum Visions. Oh my goodness. Bottom. Ugh. We don't have the mana to transmute this. Bottom. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead, opponent, go ahead. Opponent. Going to opt. And, Chivalry. You got a Brawl? No Brawl. That's good. Take down Lotus Bloom. We gotta not draw more dragons. Alright, Chivalry, go. Opponent. Chivalry. Never feel safe against Storm. There's Brawl. Opponent. Passing. And I'll take down Lotus Bloom. Alright, we're gonna pass and hope we live. Next turn, there's a good chance we can do things. We could have, like, spent our entire hand to play Bogart and Hellkite and try to kill Brawl. But then one counter kind of ruins everything. With this hand, we might have a chance of winning through a counter if we draw a land. Assuming we're alive. Opponent gets in with Brawl, hits us. Alright, Lotus Bloom. Let's see if this resolves. That's question 1. Lotus Bloom coming off suspend. What are we, stifling or something? What is going on? I guess our opponent could have Flusterstorm? We still need a Dragonstorm. All right, here comes Lotus Bloom. Maybe. See what our opponent does. All right, cast Lotus Bloom. Opponent remands, gets to loot. Yup. All right. Well, now we probably got to go on the Hellkite plan. Gemstone Mine. So, yeah, let's cast a Pyretic Ritual. Gemstone Mine. Irencrag Feet. And Bogren and Hellkite. Not the Storm kill, but maybe it's good enough. All right, 3 to Baral, 2 to our opponent. I mean, that's not bad. That's something. We gotta hope our opponent fizzles for a bit, but that's better than doing nothing, I think. Opponent, are they gonna save Baral? Manamorphose in response. Sure. Manamorphose in response. Opponent's probably looking for Gifts Ungiven, I assume. All right. Ooh, is this a bug? We should be able to suspend this, right? That's not casting a spell. Huh. Okay. I would assume, I guess I'd have to read the rulings. I was under the assumption that we could still suspend even after Irencrag Feet, or I would have done it in the opposite order. Well, okay. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe that's correct, or maybe that's a bug. Because suspending is definitely not casting. Rather than cast this card, you can pay 0 and exile it. I assume that we should be able to suspend it. Because then it gets cast after suspend. In Irencrag Feet, you can only cast one more spell this turn. Yeah, I mean, I would have done it the opposite direction if I thought that that's how it worked. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is that a mistake? Is that correct? Opponent passing. Dragonstorm. Oh man, that actually might be relevant. We'll see. Lotus Bloom would be an extra turn of ticking down to 11. Does our opponent have gifts? Not yet. Opponent, tap land. Oh, maybe Bogren and Hellkite can get there. Oh, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. Opponent passes. Lotus Bloom down to 2. Would have been 1. Prism. Go to combat. Get in with Hellkite. Hit our opponent to 6. Prism. Do we turn on a remand? Yup. Well, Prism. Wow. All the remands. Oh, Sax Islet. All right. All right. Pass the turn. Oh, can our opponent combo off? We are so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that Lotus Bloom. We would have been able to Dragonstorm this turn. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that's a bug or if that's how it's supposed to work. If we lose because of that, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, almost taking down Storm. I'm going to have to read the rulings. Well, let's see. Opponent's got 6 cards in hand. They don't have a Brawl at the moment. They're 1... Oh... Man, we needed that Dragonstorm. We don't have a way to deal 1 extra point of damage. Opponent Steam Vents. Oh, opponent's going for it. All right. Well, I guess they're planning on winning this turn. Opponent. Ritual. Do they have the Past in Flames? They do. All right. Well, now we sit back and see what happens. It's usually harder for our opponent to go off without Past in Flames. They might still be able to do it. We'll see. Or to go off without a Brawl effect, even with a Past in Flames. But they have a lot of redraws for free. Thankfully, these Manamorphoses are technically not adding extra mana. They're just upping the storm count. If our opponent finds a Brawl, then we're in all kinds of trouble. Manamorphose. So opponent's got 2 rituals and a bunch of cantrips. Do they find a Brawl or an Electromancer to really push things into overdrive? Sleight of Hand. Down to 3 mana, sort of. Deceptive, because they got a bunch of rituals in the graveyard. Opt. Ooh. That uses our opponent's last, blue mana. And they'll say more, and opponent scoops it up? Cannot get there! Taking down Storm! Whoa. Apparently we're the better Storm deck. Huh. But now we do need to check the rulings. I am actually very curious. If that's a Moto bug or if I'm wrong. Let's see. Irencrag Feet. Rulings. Irencrag Feet doesn't care how many spells you've cast this turn. You can only cast 1 more spell. Irencrag Feet effect doesn't allow you to cast any spells you couldn't otherwise cast. For example, if an effect says you can't cast more than 1 spell each turn, it will only cast a second. If an effect allows or instructs you to cast another spell, if you cast 1 more, you can't do it. The restriction on Irencrag Feet takes precedent over that permission. It doesn't stop you from activating any abilities or playing lands. That doesn't actually help us with our specific question. Maybe we gotta look up suspend rulings. Comprehensive rules. Suspend is a keyword that represents 3 abilities. The first is a static ability that functions while the card is suspended in the player's hand. Second and third are triggered abilities. If you begin to cast this card by putting it on the stack from your hand, you may pay the cost. Suspend means if you could begin to cast this card by putting it onto the stack from your hand, you may. This action doesn't use a stack. I think it's a bug. No, suspending a card is not the same as casting it. The card is cast after the last time counter is removed. I think it's a bug. Well, let me know in the comments. We did as much research as we can. I don't have a final ruling. My guess is you should still be able to suspend even after using your Irencrag, your 1 extra spell after Irencrag feat. But thankfully it didn't matter if we still took down Storm, which is the most important thing. Outstorming the Storm deck. Sweet, sweet. Much brew about nothing time. We are looking to count to 9 for Dragonstorm, and I think we keep this. We have a Dragonstorm. We have 2 rituals. This means if we can find our Irencrag feat, we're kind of in business on turn 4 at the latest. Well, Lotus Bloom isn't bad either. Suspend Lotus Bloom. All right. We'll see. Hopefully we're not in a Thoughtseize matchup. We could get punished for putting second Dragonstorm to the bottom. Definitely keeping Serpent Visions. So let's see. Scalding Tarn. Opponent. Passing. So we take down Lotus Bloom. I guess counters could also be a concern. Serpent Visions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still a bit short mana-wise. All right, put on top, put on. I mean, we will just keep Serpent Visioning until the end of days. Gemstone Caverns, go. Opponent cracks. Gets a not blue source. Oh, basic island. Oh boy. All right, so counter spells definitely a concern here. Plains and passing. Lotus Bloom down to 1. Well, we will Syrup Visions. We've just hit every Syrup Visions. Bottom. Islet. Syrup Visions. Bottom. Do we keep the land? What is our plan now? 1? Alright. Top. Suspend Lotus Bloom. Pass the turn. Haven't been able to find Irencrag feat yet. The Lotus Blooms will hopefully help eventually. Opponent runs out of Snapcaster. The good news is, if we can get to enough mana, Dragonstorm itself is counterspell resistant because of Storm. But our other stuff can definitely be countered. Opponent, you're going to beat down with Snapcaster. Sure. Down to 17. Opponent passes. Well, here comes Lotus Bloom number 1. Let's see if our opponent counters. Lotus Bloom. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Do we go? I think we wait. We're not under that much pressure. We're going to wait. We could go for Dragonstorm here, but if our opponent counters a ritual, everything falls apart. I think we have enough time, hopefully, to wait for the second Lotus Bloom. And then when the second Lotus Bloom comes down, then we should be able to go for it. And hopefully be able to Dragonstorm through a counter. Opponent hits us down to 15. We're just not under that much pressure yet. And if our opponent taps out, then we can go for it. Like if they're just like, okay, we're going to play a Jace, then we can just Ritual, Lotus Bloom, Dragonstorm, Hallowed Fountain, untapped. I guess Vendilion Click is a concern. That's probably the most concerning card. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, let's see. Let's see if they run out of Jace. Stoneforge Mystic. Not a Jace. That will speed up the clock, though. Looks like our opponent will still leave up counter mana. Gets a sort of Feast and Famine. Opponent passes. We take down Lotus Bloom. We draw a Gemstone Mine. I'll play Gemstone Mine. Pass the turn. Next turn. Next turn is the turn. Next turn is the turn. We can discard a Tarka. Well, we'll see. We're going for a next turn basically regardless. Opponent combat. Gets in. Hits us to 13. All right. Opponent passes. So here comes Lotus Bloom. Let's see if our opponent counters Lotus Bloom. Lotus Bloom does not counter. Well, in that case, we will... I mean, we gotta go. We gotta go for it. So, let's see. Pyretic Ritual. Resolves. Crack. Crack. So if we splice, we go down to 4 mana. Gets countered. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, cast Desperate Ritual. Cast Desperate Ritual. Sack Islet. Ugh. That, maybe we shouldn't have done that. 5, alright. Okay, well, Dragonstorm. Dragonstorm. Copy 1. This is where we're pretty counterproof, because our opponent, like, they can counter a copy. So now we get, first off, Dramoka. So our opponent can't cast spells. Secondly, Karthus. Third, Bogard and Hellkite. 5 our opponent. And last, since we drew another dragon, Thundermaw Hellkite. And that should do it. That should do it, I think. Last one fizzles because we don't have any dragons left, but alright. Played around the counters and Dragonstormed. Dramoka doing its job, since our opponent can't cast spells, and that is a lot of dragons. Alright, opponent scoops it up. Okay. That went pretty well. That went not poorly at all. Opponent's playing control. I guess Pactive Negation would be the main card we would be interested in bringing in. The question is, what do we cut? We didn't even draw our Irencrag feat. We just went on the backup Lotus Bloom plan. Worked out well there. I think that is an example where Lotus Bloom definitely way better than some of the old options, like playing Simian Spirit Guide, I think. I know if we had 2 Simian Spirit Guides instead of 2 Lotus Blooms, I think we lose. So Lotus Bloom showing its worth. Alright, let's go down Grazoth. Go with the 4 Dragonstorms. Cut. What do we cut? 2 more cards. I don't really want to cut cantrips. I don't think we can't cut Dragonstorms for sure. It would be risky to cut dragons. As we saw there, we drew 2 of them. And that left us a little short on dragons. Alright, let's go down 1 Lotus Bloom, 1 Sleight of Hand. I guess that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's try it like that. So opponent probably brings in more. Ooh, we have Irencrag feat. Unfortunately, we have 2 dragons in hand. Alright. We'll keep this. I guess hard casting Dragonlord Dramoka is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. We don't have Dragonstorm, but just Dragonlord Dramoka seems really effective. Can't be countered. Opponent, Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. And passes. Another Irencrag feat. Well, Gemstone Mine. Prism. Ooh, opponent's got the counter. Island. Probably should have played Shivan Reef instead. Opponent has Spell Snare. Yup. Alright, pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. And passes. Shivan Reef, go. I guess we could try to Irencrag feed out Karthus? Opponent. Field of Ruin. Jace. Brainstorms. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way we can Dragonstorm this turn, even if we draw it. A Ritual would be fine, though. Alright, so I think our plan here, Pyretic Ritual, Irencrag feat. Does that get us... Oh, we don't have... Yeah, we still can't Karthus. Awkward. Awkward, double awkward. Yeah, this isn't great. Pass the turn. It is hard to cast our dragons when they're in our hand. Our mana base, I wonder if it would be worth playing some like 5-color dragon lands or something. Because we're getting enough mana, we could just hard cast dragons here. Opponent. Island. Passes. Shivan Reef. Pass the turn. Oh, we're giving our opponent infinity to set up their defenses. That's not great. Opponent. Kills our Gemstone Mine. Well, that makes it even less likely that we can ever hard cast our dragons. That's our one, like, semi-source. I guess the Pentad Prism. If we draw another Prism and it resolves. But with this Jace doing its thing, going to be challenging. We got him good in game 1, though. Jace goes Brainstorming. And Stoneforge to Fairy. Okay. Yeah, this keeps getting worse. Ticks up to Fairy. Opponent's got a lot of Planeswalkers stacking up. Opponent passes. Islet, go. Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine we're actually going to get to resolve our pieces here. Opponent Brainstorms with Jace. Yeah, opponent's hand's got to be... opponent's hand's got to be perfect. They've brainstormed 4 times now, I think. Pretty much just sculpting the perfect hand. Opponent takes up to Fairy. Passes. Ritual. Well, pass the turn. We might start sacking these islets, I guess. I don't know. It's hard. Oh, well, alright. Yeah, pass the turn. About it. So much defense. Brainstorms with Jace, number 70. And Colonnade. So our opponent actually has a clock now. Takes up to Fairy. Leaving up all their mana. Opponent's actually discarding the hand size now. That's how far this has gone. Now sack an islet, draw a card. Lotus Bloom. That's a few turns away from being helpful, if it ever is. Potent. Discard. Celestial Purge. Now Mountain. Suspend Lotus Bloom. Pass the turn. Yeah, counter matchups are kind of annoying. We got them in game 1, but after sideboarding, opponent gets even more counters. Opponent. Brainstorms with Jace. X a million. Oh my god. Oh, maybe they'll just mill themselves out with Jace Brainstorms. Flooded Strand. Stoneforge Mystic. Sadly, we don't even, have the option of going for it. Takes up to Fairy. Opponent, what do they grab? Batterskull? Sword of Feast and Famine. Passes. Bloom, ticking down. I guess this actually doesn't even work with Teferi. Oh my god. Alright, let's... Alright. I keep thinking we should concede, but we won't. We'll just, I guess, discard Karthus. I mean, maybe there's a world where we just get so many rituals we can win through counter spells. It doesn't seem super likely, but drawing our dragons is kind of an annoyance. Not getting this Lotus Bloom because of Teferi, also an annoyance. Since it technically is not coming down at sorcery speed, thanks to Fairy. So we have 6 mana. Opponent brainstorms with Jace. Ritual gets countered. Ritual gets countered. Ritual. Ritual. Leaves us short. Opponent. Sword of Feast and Famine. That's a really bad sword for us because not only does it let our opponent get in and make us discard a card, but it also is going to untap. Yeah, alright. I think we're just done now. Yeah. Well, that went a lot worse than game 1, I will say. Significantly worse than game 1. Run it back, run it back. Oh, control. Never making things easy. We saw what the deck could do in game 1, though. Alright, we get to play first. And, alright, we will keep it. We're good at getting Gemstone Cavern when we are on the play. A little bit better when we're on the draw. So this hand is severely lacking in rituals, but we do have Dragonstorm, and we do have some cantrips. Bottom and also bottom. Pass the turn. Yeah, we mostly want rituals. This Prism Resolving would be nice. Bonnet. Seachrome Ghost. And passing. Well, suspend Lotus Bloom. Teferi is very annoying for a deck. More annoying than I realized. Play Prism. Hope for no Spell Snare. There's the Spell Snare. Oh, it's an opt. Okay, that's better. Well, hope for no Teferi, I think. That is a big one. I mean, with no Teferi, we have a chance of winning when Lotus Bloom comes down. If our opponent has Teferi to shut down Lotus Bloom, it becomes much trickier. Opponent, Seachrome Ghost. And passes. Lotus Bloom, take it down to 2. Gemstone Mine. I'll play Gemstone Mine. Serum Visions. Bottom, top. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see. No Teferi, no Teferi, no Teferi, no Teferi. No Teferi, no Teferi. Opponent. Island. Alright, no Teferi yet. Passes. So we draw Ritual. Take down Lotus. I mean, next turn is the turn, hopefully. Islet. Okay. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see. Next turn, no Vendilion clicks, no Teferis. Just play a Jace. Oh, they have click. Snapcaster for opt. Okay, that's better than the other options. So in our dream world, our opponent taps out this turn. Our opponent just is I gotta play my Jays. They play their Jays. We Dragonstorm them. We win. That's our dreamland. The nightmare scenario is something like Teferi to stop Lotus Bloom. Opponent scries to the bottom. Flooded Strand. Cracks Flooded Strand. Oh, show us that Jace. Show us that Jace. Stoneforge. Okay. Well, let's see if Lotus Bloom gets countered. Gets a Sword of Feast and Famine. Opponent gets in. Well, we will see. We untap. Lotus Bloom. Off suspend. Does it get countered? No. Spire bluff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. This is rough. So this is a really hard position. We have exactly 10 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which means if we cast Desperate Ritual and it gets countered, then we don't get to Dragonstorm. But things don't really get better if we wait. If we Dragonstorm right now, it's only 2 copies. All right, we gotta try this, I guess. Desperate Ritual. Hard to counter a Desperate Ritual, but our opponent looks like they're going to. Mana Leak. All right, they had the counter. Well, play Spire Bluff past the turn. We tried, and now sort of Feast and Famine is gonna ruin our day. I think that's what we had to do. It didn't work, but we had to try. Hallowed Fountain, untapped, sword, plays sword, equips sword, untaps lands. Well, we gave it our best shot. I would imagine that Counterspell Tribal, blue-white control, probably not Dragonstorm's ideal matchup. About it. Getting in. Hitting us for 4. Yep. We will discard. Opponent going to opt as well. So what possibilities are there for us to get out of this? Are there possibilities? Untaps all their lands. Opponent's passing. Well, we'll sack Islet, draw a card. We draw a dragon and an island. Alright. Well, we saw the power of the combo in game 1. And now we're seeing the fragility of the combo. Well, let's hardcast Dragonlord Golgan. Bone it. Mana Leak number 2. Yeah, I guess we gotta... I mean, what other options do we have? We don't have many possibilities. Pay for Mana Leak. Resolves. Go to combat. Ugh. And Purge. Alright, pass the turn. Well, we cast a dragon and paid for a Mana Leak. We're in very rough shape, though. Opponent gets to start playing things for free because of sort of Feast and Famine. Stoneforge, number 2. Alright. And gets a sort of Fire and Ice, plays a land, gets to equip sort of Fire and Ice. Ugh. Well, we'll always have game 1. That's the good news. We'll always have game 1 in our hearts when we Dragonstormed through probably our worst matchup. It's bad in so many different ways. Boda gets in. We're staying in this for one reason, and the only reason is if we draw Irencrag Feat, we have the mana that we can attempt to cast Dragonstorm. And maybe our opponents, I mean, they've used 2 Mana Leaks. They've used a Celestial Purge. It's not impossible, even with our opponent. Man, this sort of Feast and Famine has been absurd for our opponent. Getting to untap their lands has been very, 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 very key for them. So that's the one reason. We're going to draw one more card, because if our opponent has nothing and we draw Irencrag Feat, we still have hope. It's a Dragonstorm, and we will scoop it up. Well, we saw the good with the combo being very effective. Then we saw the bad, where our opponent just had a million counter spells. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are trying to Dragonstorm off, and yeah, I think we keep this. Lotus Bloom, Sleight of Hand, Gemstone Caverns. This could work. I think we just exile Hellkite. I think we can win without the Hellkite. And then Grows Off can find our Dragonstorm. Lotus Bloom plus hopefully some rituals give us some mana. This seems pretty functional. I think this could get the job done. Stack has worked better than I would have thought, that's for sure. I have been pleasantly surprised with Irencrag Dragonstorm. Opponent's doing a bit of mulliganing. So Gemstone Caverns comes into play. Exiles Hellkite. Go ahead, opponent. Do your worst. See what we're up against. Plains and Ether Vial. Yeah, some sort of taxi list, I assume. Well, suspend Lotus Bloom. Suspend Lotus Bloom. Sleight of Hand. Take. I guess we take Serum Visions. Play Fiery Islet. Serum Visions. Ooh. Alright, well, we will keep Dragonstorm. Put on top. I mean, as long as nothing crazy happens, it seems like we should have pretty good odds of winning when these Lotus Blooms come off suspend.
Like, Thalia would be annoying. That's probably what we're most scared of. Opponent. Ooh, kept a one-lander. Okay. Well, take down our Lotus Blooms. Gemstone Mine. Prism. Actually, maybe we shouldn't take damage. Maybe we should use a gemstone counter. I think we will. Prism. Pass the turn. Alright. Alright, opponent. Let's see what you got. Vials. Noble Hierarch. Alright. A little bit. Oh, is it humans? Ooh. Humans is kind of scary. We don't have a super clean answer to Meddling Mage. And Kite Sail Freebooter is also a bit of a concern. Opponent. Phantasmal Image. Noble Hierarch. Yup. And opponent passing. Okay. Untap. Take down our Lotus Blooms. I don't think we can transmute Grozov because then that tells our opponent what we're doing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's a punt and a half. Alright. Oops. Yeah. Alright. Well, pass the turn. That was a mistake. See if it costs us. Pass the turn. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, opponent. Let's see it. Let's see it. Ooh. The punts. Vials in. Not Freebooter. Phantasmal Image. Okay. Hierarch Tribal. Well, we'll see. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. If there's not Disruption, we got the Dragonstorm win next turn. If there is Disruption, all bets are off. Alright, opponent. Do your worst. Takes up Vial, I assume, to 3. Oh, leaves it on 2. Alright. Well, we'll see. Meddling Mage is the brutalist. Temple Garden. Oh, maybe this is Death and I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. 2 cards. What are the 2 cards? That is the question. Opponent. Making some mana. Winged Splicer. Huh. I was not expecting Winged Splicer. Sure. Maybe we were scared for nothing. Opponent gets in for a million with Noble Hierarch. Opponent's still got Vial on 2 and 1 card in hand. We'll see what it is. If it is Meddling Mage, I'm going to cry myself to sleep at all these Lotus Blooms. Yeah, down to 16. Vials. In. Charming Prince. That's fine. That's fine. Make another dork. We are fine with that. Opponent's out of cards, and this looks like the win. Yup. Wing Splicer. That's fine. Now the fun begins. Lotus Bloom coming down. They did not have the Meddling Mage or the Freebooter, and now we just Dragonstorm them. Lotus Bloom number 1. Storm count 1. Lotus Bomb number 2. Storm count going up to 2. We could just hardcast Grozov. I mean, I don't think we're going to do that, but... Oh no, we hit our Atarka. Hopefully, I think we can still win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dragonstorm. 3 dragons. Ugh, drawing that Atarka was actually kind of bad. I think we're still good, though. We get, first off, so Thundermaw's 5. Oh, we lost our Bogart and Hellkite, too. Oh, maybe we don't have lethal. Ugh, that's super awkward. Well, Trake, Dramoka. I think we're going to come up just short. Thundermaw. Karthus. Combat. Yeah, we're just short. Yeah, hit our opponent to 1. Oh, you know what? I guess maybe that was a punt. Wow, I think we messed up this game in multiple ways. I think we needed to not get Dramoka. If we got Kolaghan, that's +1 power. So we did have the win. Oh, man. I'm going to get yelled at for this game. I'm going to get yelled at over and over again. Yeah, that was punty. A little bit punty. That's for sure. Opponent. What you got? What you got? Combat gets in with Charming Prince. I mean, I think we're still going to win, but definitely not as cleanly as we could or should have. Opponent hits us. Yup. 4-5. I mean, I think our opponent's still going to die here. Vials in. Okay. Well, the game continues. Soul Herder. Oh, this is going to get wacky. Blinks win. Okay, so our opponent at least gets 1 more turn because they blink Wing Splicer. Now they can triple chump our flyers. Boy. Yeah, we definitely messed up that turn. All right. Opponent passes. We will Serum Visions. Dragonstorm to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Mountain to the top. We might be able to just hardcast our Atarka next turn. Go attacking. Opponent. Blocks. And blocks. And blocks. All right.
So stuff dies. Pass the turn. Ugh, not pretty. Not pretty at all. Not pretty, but like I said, I think we're still getting there. Despite our best efforts to to punt this one away. We tried our best to punt it, but our opponent's playing Soul Herder. Interesting. I was thinking our opponent was playing humans. All right, opponent. Yeah, we did get there. It was not pretty, but it was successful. All right, against this deck, I guess it's just 3 Anger the Gods in, going down, Grows Off, Sleight of Hand, Lotus Bloom. Or run it like that. Definitely a little concerned about more disruption after sideboarding. Oh, this hand. Boy, we got the Irencrag feat. I think we got a mulligan. Okay, this I kind of like. So we will put Hellkite to the bottom. Gemstone Caverns. Exile a Dragonstorm. Well, now we need mana. We got the Dragonstorm. We need the mana. Opponent. Birds of Paradise. And. All right, we will play Chivalry. Go. We're still a ways away mana-wise, but the power of Irencrag feat is that can make up for a lot of mana all by itself. Opponent. Flooded Strand. Cracked. And Noble Hierarch. Anger of the Gods would be nice. And Charming Prince. Anger of the Gods would be super sweet. Anger of the Gods, Irencrag feat, I think are the main cards we're looking for. Cantrip's also fine, since they will help us find those cards. Even with Irencrag, we're still a bit away. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with an Irencrag. So we still need one more mana or ritual. And a couple of turns of land drops. Opponent doing their scrying. We draw a dragon. Well, play Gemstone. Mine. Opponent scryed both on top, which is a bit concerning. Opponent. Well, now we're kind of seeing the times when the deck can be a bit clunky. Maul's... Oh, this is Golem Soul Herder. Oh, that's funny. Opponent gets it. It says, sure, we take 3. We are getting a little short on time. Down to 17. Opponent passes. Oh boy, another Dragonstorm. All right, pass the turn. Okay. Well, we got plenty of Dragonstorms. Opponent. Yeah, it's a clock. We're actually pretty close to just straight up dying here, unfortunately. We can't really afford to sack this Fiery Islet because then we're down a mana, which we need. Charming Prince. Gonna blink Master Splicer, I guess? Yep. It has been blinked. And, boy, Anger of the Gods would be so good. Oh, it'd be so... Opponent. Gets in. Yep. Down to 12. The Return of the Master Splicer. What do we draw? Oh my god, that is Anger. Well, that is good if it resolves. We'll see. Anger of the Gods? One time? Oh, please. Oh my goodness, it resolved. All right, that buys us a minute and a half. Puts our opponent back down to 2 mana. Sweeps the entire board. Okay, that's good. Now we get a bit of time to find our... We need cantrips, we need rituals. We're still a mana short even if we draw Irencrag. Opponent. Temple Garden untapped. How are they rebuilding? Blade Splicer. So, all right, that's a clock. Again, opponent passes. Oh, we could spend all of our rituals to play Cole again? Ritual... You know what? I think we're going to. I think that's correct. So, 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5, 6. Yeah, all right. I mean, that means Dragonstorm's... Yeah, we're going to go for it. Ritual. Add black, add whatever. Cole again. Combat. Hit our opponent. Down to 8. I mean, that's not our plan. Man, we're going to be sad if we draw Irencrag feat, and we could have Dragonstormed in like one more turn. Opponent untaps. I mean, at least if we get Path, so we get a land out of the deal, that gets us closer to Irencrag Dragonstorm. We might be able to just win the race, though. Possibly. Opponent. Eldritch Evolution. And... Alright, Winged Displacer. Sure. Opponent. Gets in, hits us. Down to 8. Passes. They'll go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Chumps. Sure. Alright, let's just pass. We're not gonna give up our Gemstone Mine or pay a life to Prism here. Cast a Blade Splicer. I dare ya. Opponent. Attacks with both. Hits us. Down to 4. Oh no, Soul Herder. That's really bad news. Oh no, I think we're gonna die. Islet, sack, desperation. Another land. Yup, gets to blink, make another flying blocker. I think we have to top deck Anger number 2. And we got to draw it right here. Or we're dead. Oh, it's a land. Oh, maybe that was wrong. Maybe we should have kept waiting. Maybe we should have kept waiting to try to get to Dragonstorm. All right, run it back. I mean, we were close. I think, I don't know. Maybe we should have kept waiting. And I thought Colgan was going to get there after that Anger, but it did not. Well, this will keep primarily because we have Anger of the Gods. But also because we do have Irencrag Dragonstorm if we can get it set up. Another Dragonstorm. Do we want the ritual? We need, Let's go bottom top. We definitely need the land. Pass the turn. Hopefully this Anger can buy us a bit of time. We need a bit more mana to get to Dragonstorm. Although I guess we can potentially hardcast Thundermaw at some point. Opponent, Flooded Strand, cracks it. Hollowed Fountain, untapped. And the Ether Vial, sure. Now Fire Islet, go. Opponent, taking up Vial. Land, Vial. All right, well, that's a lot of Vials. Opponent, passing. Mountain, go. Opponent cracks Windswept Teeth. I mean, we're not there yet, but we're getting closer. We're 2 mana short. Maybe we should have kept the ritual. Opponent, taking up the Vials. Opponent's going to start putting things into play, which isn't great for us. Especially at instant speed. Makes it a little easier for our opponent to play around this Anger with double Vial. Windswept Teeth. 5 cards in hand for our opponent. Dragonlord Dramoka. Well, Gemstone Mine, go. Opponent cracks Windswept Teeth. Forest. Well, nothing yet. What is our opponent's hand? That they're not playing anything with these Vials. Opponent taking up. We're drawing a lot of dragons, which is also a concern. We really would rather have them be in our deck. Forest for our opponent. Vials in. Charmed Prince. Opponent. 1 top, 1 bottom. Follow up. Eldritch Evolution. Forgatic Teague. Opponent passes. We draw... Oh no. We are drawing all of our dragons. All of our dragons. In hand, opponent, Ether Vial, Soul Herder. Well, next turn we're basically firing off this Anger and hoping that it works. If our opponent has a counter or something, it's a pretty big blowout. And then I guess we're hoping to hardcast dragons since we just keep drawing them. Opponent, combat, gets in, hits us. Yup, down to 60. Land, Wing Splicer. Well, this Anger needs to resolve. And our opponent not have any shenanigans with these Vials. Blinks, Golem, Soul Herder growing. Oh, this is a big turn. Big turn. Opponent passes. Gemstone Mine. Well, we got to go for it. Fingers crossed. Anger of the Gods? No Vials. No Vials. No Vials. Oh! It worked. Okay. Okay. The board is clear. Unfortunately, we have 1,000,000 dragons in hand. But the board has been swept. And now, maybe we just cast Thundermaw. And then maybe eventually Dramoka. This is not the plan. This is very much not the plan. But, Dragon Beatdown is fine. That is fine. We will take it. If that's our only option. We are not going to complain. Opponent, taking up to 4 for both. What's in hand? I don't know about 4 and 4. That means you're going to have to hardcast a lot of stuff. Temple Garden, 1 card in hand. Opponent, passing. Fiery Islet. Well, 1, 2. Wow, this is so weird. 3, 4. White, green. Dramoka. Bad Dragon Beatdown. Go. Opponent, Vials in. Master Splicer. Sure. Out of cards, though. And we have many dragons to follow. Opponent takes up the Vials. And no attacks. Mountain. Yeah, I think we go for it. 1, 2. I mean, we can finish with the Dragonstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Irencrag feet. Opponent can't really interact other than these Ether Vials. And then 1, 2. Dragonstorm. 2 dragons coming. Dragon 1 is... Oh, we got the GGs. Dragon 1 is Karthus. Dragon 2, Bogart and Hellkite. An opponent scoops it up, and that was not the smoothest of games, but another win for Dragonstorm. We'll take it. And this deck actually kind of works. Sweet. All right, not bad.
So what do we learn this week about Irencrag Dragonstorm in Modern? And overall, the deck worked surprisingly well. We played 5 matches, we won 4 of them, only losing to Blue-White Control, which, honestly, Blue-White Control, it feels like a really hard matchup. While Dragonstorm itself is resistant to counterspells because of the Storm mechanic, getting 2 Dragonstorm with Irencrag feet in our rituals, those spells can be countered, so I think that's a concern. If you look at our current build of the deck, Pact to Negation is kind of our answer, quote-unquote, for that. I'm thinking that maybe Defense Grid would be a better option. We're not looking to play in our opponent's turn anyway, so I'm thinking maybe just take out Pact to Negation, put in Defense Grid, makes spells cost 3 more if it's cast during your opponent's turn, so that would shut down a lot of counters, so I'm thinking maybe that would be a good option. Overall, though, we took down a weird Soul Herder deck, we took down Literal Storm, we beat a Vizier Druid deck, we beat Eldrazi-tron, and I was impressed by the deck's ability to win on turn 3, turn 4. We had a lot of really fast kills. Irencrag Feet definitely makes this deck way better than it was in the past. Dragonstorm kind of always floating around at like tier 5 in the format, but Irencrag Feet just speeds up the potential kills so much compared to where it was before, and I think Dragonstorm is one of the perfect cards to take advantage of Irencrag Feet. I don't think this list is perfect. I do think that Lotus Bloom is a good addition over Simian Spirit Guide. We definitely had a few games where we didn't draw Irencrag Feet, and Lotus Bloom was essential to us getting up enough mana and enough storm count for our Dragonstorm, so that seemed really key. In general, the deck, it's a Storm deck, so we don't really have interaction, but we make up for that by being able to win turn 3.5, turn 4 with a good draw. Definitely some turn 3 kills along the way. One thing I wonder about too is the sideboard. We talked a little bit about Pact of Negation maybe being better as Defense Grid. We didn't have an answer for Eidolon of Rhetoric, which one opponent played. We ended up winning the match anyway, but that is a bit of a concern. I think maybe we need just a bounce spell. Shattering Spree covers a lot of the hate cards, the Damping Spheres and Snaring Bridges. Leyline of Sanctity, probably necessary against discard-based decks, but I think maybe just unconditional bounce. Something like Echoing Truth that we can cast, make our opponent pick up any permanent they have on the battlefield, could be a really nice option to add to the sideboard over, I don't know, probably the Shattering Spree. I do think Anger of the Gods is worth it and necessary. We saw that in creature matchups. It was one of our most important cards to staying alive, especially when our opponent starts playing like Gaddock Teagues and other hateful creatures, Thalias that can really slow down our deck. As far as the Dragon package, it seemed effective. There was one time where we messed up, didn't tutor the right dragons, ended up 1 damage short, although we still won the game. But really, with this kind of weird crew of dragons, even in games where we draw a dragon or two, which did happen because we got them in our deck, so we're going to draw them naturally sometimes, we were still able to almost always, and I think it would have been always if it wasn't for that one punt, piece together the kill once we resolve Dragonstorm. Another thing to consider is maybe adding some more 5-color lands to the mana base. We have Gemstone Mine, maybe Gemstone Cavern, but it would be nice to have more options for casting our dragons. We did have a game or two where we were able to cast them, but having another 5-color land, I don't know, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon would probably be fine. Maybe just a City of Brass, some additional 5-color land for the games where we have all these rituals, we don't have a Dragonstorm, and we can just sometimes ramp out like a Kolaghan or an Atarka or Dramoka, and sometimes that's enough to win the game or just cast a Bogart and Hellkite. So making our dragons more castable, I think, isn't a bad goal. We can kind of get by with Pentad Prism and Gemstone Mine, but a little bit more mana fixing would be nice for like backup plan. Plan 1, Irencrag Feet Dragonstorm. Plan 2, Lotus Bloom Dragonstorm. Plan 3, Hardcast Dragons. That's the plan that gets a little bit sketchy with our current mana situation. So those are some things to consider, but overall, I was very surprised and very impressed with how good Dragonstorm was with the addition of Irencrag Feet. Getting fairly consistent turn 3, turn 4 kills is actually kind of in line with the speed of the format, and Irencrag Feet is a card that allows us to get those turn 3 kills that just weren't really available before. Like, I guess it's technically probably possible with an absurd draw, but even with Lotus Bloom, you're casting it, you're waiting till turn 4 till you can really use it. That one extra turn can definitely be the difference between winning or losing the game, and that's where Irencrag Feet is just absolutely perfect for this deck. So overall, I was pretty happy with the deck. It worked pretty well. We posted a good record. We got some really fast kills in really unique and fun ways, so I don't know. If you like dragons, and you like Storm, and you like Irencrag Feet, give it a shot. It seems competitive enough to win a decent amount of games in Modern. So anyway, that's been our Much Abrew for this week. Irencrag Dragonstorm for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.